Hey guys, let's talk more about character traits. Remember, character traits define a character based on their thoughts, words, actions, and we want to find two for each character. So let's talk about some possible words that you might want to choose from when you're deciding what a character might be. The first one we got here is optimistic. That means hopeful or positive. It means expecting the right outcome to happen. Usually, if you're an optimistic person, you're thinking positively. Um, you always look for the good in the situation. Pessimistic is the opposite of that. It means that you're negative or gloomy. Um, we think about that like words like Debbie Downer, maybe. So they always expect the worst to happen. And look at that picture there, the guy who's got that rain cloud. He's a pessimist. He's thinking negatively. Then we've got compassionate people. This is what I hope people say of me. They're thoughtful, considerate, they think of others first. When I think of compassion, I think of the word empathy. If you remember that from the start of the school year, if you're empathetic, you think about how others might be feeling. It means you have a big heart and that you care for people a lot. Then, next one is insensitive. So that's the opposite of compassionate. So compassionate is caring. Insensitive, maybe you don't think about others. You're inconsiderate. Um, you act in an unkind way. You might be doing something mean or not very insightful. And then this picture is cyberbullying picture, so that kind of goes along with that well. Then deceitful. They got a picture of Pinocchio. It means liar. If you're deceitful, you're a liar. You don't tell the truth. It also might mean that you're dishonest or that you're kind of like tricky. Then the opposite actually, I would say the opposite of deceitful is truthful. Courageous means being brave. I think about people like Malala. Someone who would be an upstander would be courageous. It means you're not scared all the time or not deterred. So I'm going to show you how to do this activity. The way it works is you're going to read each little, we're going to call these like each little card, and then you're going to click and drag the words that go with which spot. Okay. So let's look at the first one. It says, after watching the news and seeing the devastation caused by the tornado, Carter felt sick to his stomach. His heart hurt for the families that had lost their homes. If you're someone that thinks of others first, I think out of all of these words, optimist, maybe, but it didn't really seem like he was like thinking positively. He's not pessimistic. I think the best word to describe Carter would be compassionate. So I'm going to click and drag that there. Next one says, unlike his brother, Daniel didn't feel sorry at all about telling his mom the lie. In fact, he was proud that he came up with such a believable story. Clue words in there. Liar. That's definitely negative. If I'm thinking about the negative ones, that's pessimistic. Deceit. Insensitive is negative. Deceitful, I think, is the liar one. Slide it right on over. The next one says Erica wanted to be in the same class as her best friend, Meredith. When she finds out they have different fourth grade teachers, she decides this is for the best. She is hopeful she will make new friends. Wow, that's a really good outlook on life. If I had to say what she was, I'd probably say, ooh, courageous might work because she had to be brave to go to a new class. But I think the one that fits better is optimistic because she's thinking positively about the future. She's hopeful. Hopeful is kind of optimistic. And then the last one we're going to do together. As Luke struggled to read the paragraph aloud, Callie rolled her eyes and sighed loudly. When Luke read a word incorrectly, Callie immediately corrected him. Oh, that's the worst when someone corrects you right away. It can really drain on your heart a little bit. Of the words that I have left, I do not think that Callie is courageous. I think she might be something negative, like pessimistic or insensitive. Let me look back really quick. Insensitive means thoughtless, unkind. She was insensitive comment about the turtle that made him cry. Oh yeah, that one definitely fits. I think that Callie was insensitive by correcting Luke's words. Great. Notice how I did that. Down here we have 2 other spots for your activity today. You're going to go back to our Google Classroom and get your own version of this. And you're going to click and drag the words to the cards that match. I'm going to read you the first couple just to get you started. Why is Mrs. Mather getting so emotional about her pet bird? Mike thought. Did she expect it to live forever? What would you describe Mike as? If you need to look back, I think that would be smart. Listen to the next one. Just tell your mom that you're going to help me with the school project on Friday night. Juanita commanded Alexa. She doesn't need to know the truth. Ooh, that sounds like lying. Let's look at the next one. Like usual, Mark was the last person to be picked for the team. Tyler noticed Mark's shoulders slump a little more each time another person's name was called. The next time I'm chosen to be captain, Mark is going to be the first one I pick, he thought to himself. How would you describe that person, Tyler? Sounds like he's really paying attention to his friend Mark and noticing that he's getting hurt feelings. Lots of empathy there. Perry glanced at his science notes and then stuffed them back into his backpack. It's a waste of time for me to try and study for tomorrow's test. I'll never pass it. That is not a very good outlook. Fourth grade, click and drag the words that match. When you finish this one, you can go on to this one. So your job is to do slide number 9 and number 10. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you come up with.